Good morning. I'm not even set up here this morning. Let's get the mic over a little bit closer. And welcome to today's RC Coffee Chat. Now, today's RC Coffee Chat is going to be pretty much around a WingWing Z-84 conversion. She sat right next to me, and she looks the absolute dog's nuts. If I'm frankly honest, Tate, I don't know if you can see that very well on the camera. She does look absolutely amazing. We finally got her all laminated, wired up and everything yesterday. Oh, there's the bottom as well. You'll notice the motor mount, and I'll get onto that topic in a moment. Very, very exciting times for that model today, because we go out and we go and maiden her. Happy days. Right, what else did I have? I did have a little list here. No, I didn't. I got up late this morning. You're going to have to excuse me. Yeah, today's RC Coffee Chat is going to be mostly about the WingWing Z-84 conversion. She looks absolutely mint. We'll get onto that topic in a moment, and I know I've just repeated myself. What else we got? We've got a mail episode out today. I don't know if it will be the Hobby King unboxing or the Mail 39. I also put some narration on top of a flight footage with the Phantom FX61 flying wing, which has got the Eagle Tree Vector in there to give like an overview to the Vector screen as well. I watched that one again this morning. It's very good. I'm really happy with it, and I know that if you've never seen the Vector before or had a rundown of the options, which what you can see on the on-screen display, you're going to find it super useful. So that one will either be out today or tomorrow, and if you want to go and view it right now, it's in the Facebook group. Now, with that said, a couple of things which I noticed. I bought these yesterday. I bought M3, M4, M5, M6, and M8, I think, yesterday. These little, I know them as tiger nuts. They are just little nuts which you can put in on the back of, say, plywood, and then bolt through to hold your motors in. They're super cool. So I've been and grabbed a collection of those. I thought they were pretty cheap, so I grabbed a load of different sizes of those yesterday. What else did I pick up yesterday? Oh, I grabbed some anti-interference cables as well, so that's the twisted cables. I bought 15, 40, 45, and I can't remember if I bought 60 centimeter or not. But I bought a load of cables yesterday, and the reason why I bought those ones, I paid the extra for them, because they were twisted, which helps with interference. I also bought a couple of days back one of these keychain cameras, and the reason I bought that was to go on the WingWing. That will be with me sooner or later. I don't know, it's bang good in it, so give them a week or so. It should be with us. And the other one, which hasn't loaded, there we go. If you use Flysky, you might want to pay some interest to this receiver because it's super cheap and it's got iBus and PPPM in it. So if you're running quads and things like that, that receiver will be of interest to you, and I'll put links to all those items in the video description for you. Right, coming back to the WingWing, I've got a collection of photos here to share with you on our progress. Where did we get to yesterday? I think it was by the time you saw this, I didn't have the collection of parts in. So that's with the FrSky X8R receiver in. You'll notice for sanity I've put tape over the top of it and the bottom. I know it's wedged in the wing, but I am rather paranoid about these things, and it would have film on top, so it wasn't going to go anywhere. But just like the servos, which were hot glued in, I did feel it was a good idea that the components had an extra bit of reinforcement in them, so they are taped down. That's how I handled the wingtips. I did the wingtips first, the same as the fins, and then worked backwards across the model. That seemed to work quite well. Let's have a quick. What other photos have I got in here? You'll see me that I've done the wingtip. I've done the winglet in silver, and thank you to everybody who gave me suggestions yesterday. It was really cool just to see what other people's opinions were on its layout, and I've gone for a complete black top and then a silver bottom just for covertness. for it. So yeah, there's the middle part. I've even done over the top of the motor mount as well. You can see it really is kind of getting cramped in there now with the amount of kit which is in there. We've got an F3 flight control board which is running iNav in the middle. We've got the ESC there. We've got the current sensor there, which we have. I don't know if I got the lead. Yeah, I do have the lead running in there. There's the lead there, which then runs out to the smart port sensor port on the XAR. What else we got kicking around in here? We've got an OSD, which is tucked down the back of there. And yeah, that's what she is at the moment. Well, we'll have a closer look at the newer version of what we got here. There she is. With the most of the top on except for the elevons being done. One thing which I have done around the video transmitter, before I put it in, I did put some plate, carbon fiber down either side. And the reason I put it down either side of the video transmitter is so that I could wrap a cable tie over the top. So this video transmitter is now mechanically held into the model. And I've used one of those zip clips which you can detach easily. You can just get your fingernail down the back and pull it out. So if I do need to change the channel on this model, I can do easily. Because again, it's that little transmitter which I'm using has got a little LCD screen on the back, so I can see what's going on. You just mash the button. Oh, and I did pre-cut that line there as well so that I can take it out if I need to. So it's a mechanical fixing for that one rather than using any glue, because I will need to take it out at a later date. Moving along the line. Oh, my motor turned up yesterday. It's a tiny little Emax 1806 2280 kV motor. It is Diddy, and the reason why it's Diddy on purpose, because I am looking for maximum efficiency in the air. So that means keeping the weight down. That means keeping everything to a minimum as possible, and that means using a smaller motor, which now brings us, slight side topic. I got some pilot tubes yesterday for the Vector, because when I was as I noticed, I found the DVR recording of the Phantom, and I thought I'm going to use that to make a video episode out of it. And then I remembered that on the left hand side it's showing the ground speed, because I don't have an airspeed pilot tube on it, so I bought two. I've got one for the Phantom which I need to put in, and I've got another one which will end up in the Talon as well. Let's quickly moving across. Oh, the motor mount is worth a mention, is because that was my doodling on my desk with a whiteboard marker pen, and that's what I kind of wanted to create. So you'll see that I've got a front piece here which the 1806 motor which will mount onto, and then 4 holes on the back to go into the WingWing Z-84 motor mounts, and then I needed like a rectangle box in the middle to give us the standoff height, and also be able to put the screws in from this side for the 1806 motor. And then I've put the part on Thingiverse. That's what it looked like when it was printed out. I did you'll see all the support which I needed around it, so I got this top platform flat. It came out really well once we got rid of the supports, and I just cleaned it up with the Dremel with a little sanding pad on there. What else have I got on here? Photos. Yeah, there she is. Look at that. It looks absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've glued the RunCam in with some goop glue. That's seemed to have worked really, really well. Where's the motor mount? I've got a photo of this. There it is. So there's the motor mount. So let me just zoom out a touch. So there's the motor mount after it's been cleaned up a bit. I had to take a chunk out the side so I could get the leads around. That's screwed in. And it does stand it off quite a distance from the back of the model. So hopefully that cuts down on noise, because the WingWing Z-84 can be quite noisy. And also it increases efficiency because it's got cleaner air back there, if it makes sense. Is that it's not like the propeller's right up against the model. We are back, a good 1.5 inches, something like that now, away from the model. So yeah, that just seemed to kind of make sense for me. And I've got some more photos of her there. So yeah, I am super, super impressed with her. She looks absolutely amazing. I don't know if you can see that on the webcam. There is the cable tie for the mechanical fixing. It looks so much better in the flesh. I am super impressed with it. I didn't think it was going to come out as well as it did. I have caused myself a challenge with launching, because I have been and covered over the finger grips underneath. So launching her is going to be really, really good fun. And the reason why I covered those was, again, just for efficiency. Again, that was one of my main reasons for covering her as well. Wasn't necessarily for aesthetics. It was to improve in-flight characteristics. And again, a slippery surface, because we are basically dealing with fluid dynamics, and as it is a fluid. So if that helps it cut through the air, again, gives us gives us a minute extra. That's happy days. And then look how far that motor is off the back of the WingWing Z-84 now. So it is back further. I have got a 60x30 prop on the back. I've been and checked the direction on there. I do have some 50-30 propellers with me just in case. But I think that one's going to be fine. I am going to run it on a standard LiPo. It balances perfectly with a 1.3S 3S battery. I may also be a little bit adventurous today and try with a 2S setup. So if I got one of those little, yeah, I do. What I may try today is see how she flies with 2S, and I'll put two of these packs together, because I've got a connector which I can join two of these together and then feed it into the current sensor in the model, and try it on 2S as well. The reason why I want to try it on 2S is because I've got two options when it comes to the 18650 batteries. I could run it as 2S, 3S or 4S. But the thing is that if I run it as 2S, I could potentially have 7,000 milliamperes worth of battery pack if I put two of the 18650s on the bottom and then two on the top, but then do them parallel. So I end up with a 4-cell 2S battery. That would be absolutely bonkers. We would be well into the hour plus flight time, but it's all depending on the kind of current draw which I get on 2S, and what I feel is best for the efficiency in the air. Now, there's one thing which I do need to do on my Taranis, which is to put login, enable login on that today. I've set up some commands so it speaks the values back to me for the current usage and the voltage, and I'll get that logged onto the SD card, so I'll be able to go back and review the stats for the actual flights as well. So yeah, really exciting day. We're going out and we're going to be maiden in this one. I've also got the Hornet FPV flying wing, the one which you saw earlier this week-ish, which I'd put the OSD board inside. I'll be maiden in that one as well. So yeah, a day of two maidens, and hopefully we'll take the Phantom FX61 up as well. So yeah, really, really cool day. Again, you can see her on the screen. She does really look the nuts, and that photo just doesn't do her justice, because that black is jet black. It looks amazing, and then the underside on her is bright silver, and the only really thing which you can see from underneath is maybe a cable tie and the motor. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. I am just genuinely super happy with this. Even my wife, she gave me a hand covering this one as well, and she is really looking forward to seeing the flight footage of this one. She likes it, which is the main thing. So yeah, happy days. I'm just like a child. I joke that hi, I'm Matt and I'm age 12 and 1/4. That's how I feel right now. I really do feel like I'm age 12 and 1/4, and I've got myself a Lamborghini of the sky, and also something which is capable of some decent range, because remember, it's the X8R receiver. I've got the flight control board in there, which gives me stabilization. It gives me return to home. It does also give me the ability to run waypoints as well. Don't think I'm going to be doing that today, by the way. But I do have my phone on charge just in case I feel adventurous. Oh, you may be wondering, how am I going to get the waypoints from my phone to the model? And that's actually really simple. It's because in here, what I've got, if I can pull that to one side, is a Bluetooth board, which is a tiny little HC06 board, and I've put the little cables up here on the side. So I don't know if you can see that on the webcam. I'll just move that around slowly. There you go. So you'll see that that plugs in there. So that means that I can now upload waypoints and change any settings using my mobile phone in an app called EZ-GUI. Once I've finished, I can unplug, keep that on the flight line, and off we go. So very, very happy days. Oh, and I think it might have been Ken, or was it Keith in the comments. Keith, I haven't done that yet. You just reminded me. Keith did actually suggest putting some tin foil underneath the GPS to help get a stronger, more permanent fix on the GPS. Keith, I will do that this morning so that we have, again, not 100% sure what it will do, whether the effect of that will be minimal, but for the sake of a tiny bit of PVA glue and 5 minutes with some kitchen foil, it will add like a microgram to the overall weight, and if it does have a positive effect, then happy days. So I'll get that done, and again, thank you for that tip as well. So that's today's RC Coffee Chat. Thank you ever so much for joining me this morning. A day of two maidens. We're going to get the I don't even know what I should call her. I ain't even thought of a name for her. So if you can think of a name for this WingWing, do suggest it to me in the comments underneath this episode. I am up for naming her. I do personally feel that she is worthy of a sticker like that. I don't know if you've seen me put that on other wings. I do personally feel that she is very, very much worthy of a sticker like that. But yeah, she does need to be named. So any suggestions over a name on her would be thoroughly welcomed. Do let me know in the comments section underneath this episode. So with that said, for myself, Matt, thank you ever so much for joining me today for today's RC Coffee Chat. It will be around the same time tomorrow. And on that note, happy flying. Have a good day. Cheerios.